Screenshot of the MFSA site, so that's really how an association could use the site. Tips to keep in mind, get a personalized URL. If you first get a corporate page, it'll be just a bunch of numbers at the end, as you see. You can actually have it with your name, and people can search on it. Best practices, you got to promote it. All right? Just like you add a new service, product line to your business, you need to promote it, right? You need to have a little marketing plan around it. Seek out friends and fans, right? Share information, and put things up there. Show maybe the human side of your business. 4 fundamentals again. All right? By the time we go up, we got to build that network. We got to participate in it, engage. You have to be consistent, track and analyze. YouTube. How many people have things on YouTube today? Right, good. Right? Another way to send out a little message. It doesn't have to be salesy. It could be a customer case study. I want to talk about a real fun one that one of my colleagues did. I thought it was really fun. What is YouTube? It's like your own TV station, like I told you before. You can make these videos, and you can put them up there, and then you can link them to all these social medias. Plus, you can link them to your landing pages and pearls and all the other things that you do, right? It's different. The way we communicate is different. There's a fundamental shift in the way we communicate. It's free. I forget the amount, 100 billion videos are on YouTube. Right? It helps you, all of these things, as you do more things on the internet and you talk about your company more, actually raises your level in search engine optimization. And I know that someone here spoke about that, but this will help that. You can display, again, the personal side, the business side. You can show a lot of things in there. Viral marketing, it's another chance to go viral here. And I'll show you a very popular one, specifically on printers. And you can track the links to your videos. You could risk poor reviews. In other words, people can comment on your video, which you could take down, but they could do that. You have to get the videos done. While I'm here, $3,000, I don't even know what kind of camera we bought here, $3,000 camera. We make our own videos. They are good enough, I think. I know they're good enough, especially when you look at some of the other stuff that's up there. So we don't have to go hire the TV production company, for $15,000 to come around and make a video. What you want to do is make a lot of videos, little ones. Learn, okay, that's not a good one, this is a good one, all right? And then get them up there. And then you got to promote those videos. It's all marketing here. There's no secret here. It's all just a different way. This is me. All right, and we set up our own gallery, so I have our own TV channel. All I do is talk about marketing, multi-channel communications, where I'm going to be, what we're going to talk about at Print 09, what were the new things you would have saw at Print 09, that we released a new application for URL shortening, that we're working on an application that delivers QR codes, right? Right there. I didn't have to wait till I got there. People are already following me. But my message here is you make videos, you don't have to be that fancy. We started off with just a little camera, right, Jason? We wanted to be able to use this in the crowds, right? Anybody seen this one, Printing Alive?
Yeah.
It's great. It's great, it's fun, and it engaged, and it's I don't even know the count on the hits today, but it's way up there in the tens of thousands, 100,000 hits. In NAPL and MFSA, there's maybe just MFSA, Mailing Fulfillment Service Association, there's a company called Resco, Eric Strand and John Foley. And they came to my thing, and they said, we could do a video thing. Well, they're right in Hudson, Wisconsin, which is kind of in between Packer fans and Vikings fans. So they made a video 2 weeks ago. If you want to look it up on YouTube, just look up Resco, R-E-S-C-O. And it's about 3 or 4 minutes long. And they were on 3 TV stations and loaded to the MSNBC site last night. I didn't make it for them, right? We just gave them the idea that I learned from something else, right? And it's really about the whole, and how the employees are involved, and how he's a Packers fan and a Vikings fan. And it showed everything they do in their company. So they do fulfillment for frozen samples. In food samples, they also do fulfillment in, they got a whole print arm and digital, this and that. But they actually showed video. Oh no, we really get along well. One's got the Viking shirt on, the other's got the packing shirt on, and they bring him down to the big freezer, and he throws her in the freezer and locks her up. It's great, right? And it's for this weekend's game. You know, Favre's gone to the other side. Anyways, it's a good video, but look what it did for them. And I'm sure it took them some time, but not that much time. And they just got national exposure, local exposure especially, you know, and it tells what they did in a way that wasn't, you know, in their face. Best practices, do what we did on the channel. Make your own channel. Make it look like your company, all right? Keep the video short. I can't emphasize that enough. Sometimes too short though, and then just like any other marketing communications, we might want a subtle call to action. Sometimes just leaving them nowhere isn't going to help us, right? So keep variety. We like to do educational, funny, what are we doing? And then stay consistent, right? Over and over again, I said it again. Build your network on YouTube. Engage with them. Be consistent with putting videos up there. Track and analyze. Any questions so far? We're through 3. Do they seem that challenging yet? Might not do the YouTube one yet. We might, you know, we might have someone in our employees that has the best video. Go ahead.
I'm here because I'm interested in this. I know it's here or coming, but it's a real challenge in terms of, and probably for many of us, our priorities and where we spend our time. My audience still uses email. I'm using email. I know that will change, and frankly, the new buyers are going to use it less, the 30-something. How do you pick your shots? That's what I hope to come here to learn today. Sort of, where do I start? What's the biggest bang for the buck here of my time?
Well, what I would do in this scenario is I would pick one and get started. But let me talk about what you just said about email. How many of us are old enough to remember that when email wasn't mainstream yet? Okay. How many people you... All right, look at them. Didn't want to raise... All right, so, I mean, it wasn't mainstream. And I worked for the Department of Defense at the time. And I'm really not that old, right? So that should tell you something, that it wasn't mainstream. And really what I'm trying to get at, Kevin, is what did you do then? You had to kind of embrace it. You started slow. And we need to ask our customers. Now, I'd love to launch into this whole how do you do it in multi-channel marketing. We have to ask and listen to our prospects of how they want to be communicated to. That's what we have to do. Ask the question slowly, subtly. And there's a giant reason behind that. One is, if you find out they communicate in that methodology, do you think I'm going to mail anything to Paul tomorrow? And I'm not saying I won't mail something sooner than. No, I know he communicates here. So he might not work for me. So I know I didn't give you a direct answer, but the idea is we have to find out. At the very end here, I'm going to talk about the 4 things of relevance in marketing. You know, what do they really want? What is our target audience? How do they want to be communicated with? And you can save money doing that. Why do we send emails out to everybody if everybody doesn't read them? Why didn't we ask them how they like to be communicated? We talked about at the booth last night. You know, so everybody knows how to do pearls, maybe you're learning about them. You ask your prospects, your own customers, how do you like us to communicate with you? Do you like our newsletter? Some people love our quarterly newsletter and won't throw it away. And there's usually something that's not necessarily out here, but we ask them. Right? So then you know how to start. Here, I'm going to tell you, you should start with one thing. LinkedIn. So this is like that chamber event, but there's a lot of ways that I use it to promote our what we're doing in our company, and I'll show you that. And there's over 45 million professionals on there. So you can find prospects, you can look them up. One of the CMO of KP Corp, my customer in the upper west of the United States, anytime you ask him about anybody, he goes to LinkedIn and looks them up, finds out everything about him. Now he goes to Twitter, which he didn't used to do, and he was like a boo-hoo on Twitter. All right, so it's not like we all jump in at once, all right, and it kind of grows. Let's take a look at some of the things in there, right? It's mainly used for social networking, professionals asking questions, engaging in groups. I'm going to show you the groups. There's some major components to it. It has 170 industries in it. So if you verticalize what you sell, right, you can go find specific people in that industry and then communicate with them. That's the URL for it down at the bottom. All of this should be, I always can't stay away from my own presentation when I'm on the plane, so 99% of that content is in your handout, and it'll be on, what's that? The shared, is a, yeah, SlideShare. Thank you very much, Paul. SlideShare, so you'll be able to get it on the internet and download it or review it if you want. Or share it with other folks that we might want to come to NAQP someday. Not about me, but a lot of people that can put these presentations online and do that.